Firstly, walk us through this budget extension and really how it affects or what it means for the everyday person here in Israel.
So imagine yourself that you're running a business and you don't have any approved budget. So you assume how much money do you have and then you spend it. And maybe you can look at previous budgets and then basically act like you used to act. So this is what the government of Israel is doing. It's dividing 1 by 12 of the budget that was in 2019. Now, the extension gave the government the ability to take another 11 billion shekels and divide it through the budget like it was supposed to be on the budget of 2020. Now, it's a virtual extension. Yeah, we are facing the deadline coming in 2 months now.
And Tal, with this budget dilemma and also a number of senior people within the government breaking these restrictions laid out by the Health Ministry, it really does seem like the public is losing trust in both the Likud and the Blue and White parties. Walk us through that. Can they recover?
So I think the public have lost the trust from the very beginning of this government. This so-called corona government or spatial unity government was supposed to take care of the coronavirus. And instead, they're dealing with democracy changing and slamming on each other. So I think the public is now very well not to trust this government. And right now, we're seeing a huge dilemma between normally day-to-day citizens that now are facing the ability for them to be criminals. And on the other hand, they see the ministers, the head of the Shin Bet, don't follow the regulations themselves, and people are in a huge flashback between, hearing for the regulations and the restrictions, and facing the reality where no one follows them.
And Tal,
so I think the trust they've lost back then, and now we're seeing the results.
So, in your opinion, Tal, what's the likelihood that Israelis may be heading back to the polls for the 4th time in quite a short space of time?
So right now, the deadline is about Christmas Eve, December 24th. And if by then the government and the Knesset won't approve a budget for the year of 2020, we will see elections on March 2021, which will be 2 years exactly since the first elections of this cycle. If they will approve a budget for 2020 and not approve budget for 2021, the Knesset will dissolve itself on the end of March 21, and then we will see elections on June. Now, there is a logic idea to bundle those two budgets together and pass a budget for the year of 2020, which we don't have enough of the financial year ahead of us, and a budget for the year of 2021. But yet again, we know that Netanyahu don't really want to go through November 21 and pass the prime minister position to Gantz.
Well, certainly never a dull day there in Jerusalem. Tal, thanks so much for coming on.